Hello everybody, welcome to this video. It's another in the series on student exemplars, and we're looking at an analysis of Eric in An Inspector Calls. Priestley presents the character of Eric initially as impulsive and ignorant, but then changes this impression of the character to much more socialist and considerate. This is to show that every person, no matter what background they come from, has the choice to choose between capitalist tyranny and communities where collective responsibility is key. Priestley begins by showing Eric as secretive and ignorant through the use of form and language in Act 1. Through the stage direction, Priestley reveals that Eric was, in his early 20s, not quite at ease, half shy, half assertive. The asyndetic list here creates the sense that he is overwhelming and overbearing, perhaps alluding to the self-righteous superiority that his bourgeois lifestyle has instilled in him. In addition to this impression is his half-shy, half-assertive nature. The adjective shy connotes apprehension and nervousness, which juxtaposes the implications of dominance and confidence from the adjective assertive. The contrast creates a sense of confusion, as if Eric is devious and secretive, further portraying him in a rather negative light. From the very beginning of the play, it's obvious that Priestley presents both Eric and his family in such a negative light to intentionally show that the patriarchal society of 1912 was corrupt and thus was to be rejected by the audience in 1945, Priestley's own time. So this is a really nice opening paragraph. Analysing stage directions, as you know if you watch my videos, is an easy way of making it clear to the exam board, look, I realise I'm analysing a play here. And it becomes form analysis because stage directions obviously only appear in drama. But really close language analysis and some careful thinking about the different sort of adjectives, the juxtaposition, the contrast, and then linking it out to the themes of the playwright and a little bit on context. Really concise, but really nicely done. In Act 3, when the inspector begins to interrogate Eric, Priestley continues the original portal of Eric through the use of language. Cleverly, Priestley here presents him as aggressive towards women, as Eric reveals how he threatened Eva Smith, excusing his behaviour by claiming that it normally happens when a chap easily turns nasty. The semantic field of violence through dynamic past participle verbs threatened and insisted, as well as the verb turns nasty, has the cumulative effect of presenting Eric as a vile and vulgar man, repulsing the audience from his inhumane behaviour. Alternatively, the adverbial phrase when a chap easily turns nasty almost suggests certainly through the adverb when, as if all men in this time were as obnoxious as Eric. By doing this, Priestley shows yet again the effects of a paleo-conservative government, e.g. the 1912 government, causing the audience to feel a hatred for such, and thus they are drawn to Priestley's more sublime ideology through the character of Eric. So here's a really nice example of how you can write language analysis and take it up a notch, but by not just analysing one word in isolation or two words in isolation, but looking at the cumulative effect of a group of words, as we might call it here, a semantic field, words all to do with the same area and the same topic. Very, very good approach to analysis and something that I definitely recommend. I think the answer is a little bit underdeveloped in saying that this is the effect of a paleo-conservative government. How is it? I'd like to know how the aggression of Eric really reflects the government. That bit about linking it to the writer's ideas and themes is a bit underdeveloped there. Abruptly, Priestley then completely changes the overly negative impression of Eric that has been seen throughout the play with his use of structure and language. In Act 3, Eric is depicted as if he's pleading for forgiveness as he cries out, "I didn't even remember, that's the hellish thing, oh my God, how stupid it all is." Eric's speech here consists of short, simple sentences, which could suggest his egotistical nature has been cut down, just like the previously compound and complex sentences have been cut down to simple sentences. Moreover, the multiple embedded clause here creates a jagged and staccato pace to his speech, as if he is stuttering uncontrollably. This continues to show his sorrowful nature and how he has now taken responsibility for his actions. His responsibility is further complicated by the religious imagery hellish, my God, which continues to show his repentance for his misdeeds. An Edwardian audience might have been fascinated by his obvious change and how Priestley's used Eric as a foil to his unchanging parents to show that socialism has to be fought for. What a fascinating answer that is. Some language analysis, but structure analysis in terms of sentence structure. I really like this answer. I think that it's a good example of analysis of language and structure and form. The only real thing to improve upon would be the linking to the writer and the writer's themes and ideas and the context being a bit more detailed rather than a sort of addition which is thrown in. If you like the video, please do subscribe to the channel. Also, check out Mr. Bruff's Guide to an Inspector Calls at mrbruff.com and on Amazon.